Howdy, Possum Patty, outside in her happy space. Yes, in the garden. And I just put some sugar water in the feeder for the hummers. I did plant something. I want to show you that. I want to check on something over there and over there. I didn't get to my mint today because I did my laundry. I did my inside chores today. It is gray and cool and overcast today, but it didn't rain. I know yesterday it was sunny and it was a rain shower. But yeah, Soggy Bottom. You never know what the weather's going to bring you. So I'm going to take you around the yard just for a few moments and check on a few things. And I did not get to plant my seeds yet, but that's okay. I might be out here tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow afternoon the sun will come out. That'll be really nice. Yes, I'll enjoy that. So, yeah. Oh, and then we're going to go inside to the studio and play in my bird journal. I have a few bird bath videos to share with you. I have my listening bird app list to share with you, and a happy bird moment. Yes, a happy bird moment. Let's call those our HBMs. Yes, today's happy bird moment. So why don't you come on along? I don't know. Is that the great crested flycatcher? I hear it, but I don't see it. Not yet. Now over here, I had some jack-in-the-pulpits that I transplanted from along the road. And they were right over here. I had a stick with a ribbon on it. I don't see the jack-in-the-pulpits. I don't see the stick with the ribbon. I don't know. What do you see? Do you see anything? I don't. I don't see anything that looks like a jack-in-the-pulpit or a stick with a pink ribbon. I'm going to have to get in here and do a little raking and see if I can find where they were. I do have another patch, and I wanted to show that to you. And in one of the big black pots, I had put 2 salvia and one of the marigolds. And I can see that we might even get some forget-me-nots in here. I think this might be a weed. Not sure. Might be something else popping up over there too. But Mr. Possum had this rusty iron bit in the ground over by the rain garden, but it's really too wet of an area to grow anything on. I don't know. I guess I'll have to find a little something to put on there. Yeah, that was his idea, so I have to go with it, yes. Grow something on that. All right. But behind this big black pot, no, it's not a witch's cauldron, are my other jack-in-the-pulpits. Well, the ones that I can find anyway. And there used to be a really big dead tree sitting here that had fallen down, and it sheltered this. And when this had a lot of shelter, that's the patch right there, this jack-in-the-pulpit was, oh, about that high. Yeah, twice the size, literally twice the size it is now. It looks healthy, and it has, let's see, 1 jack, 2 jacks, 3, 4, And one down there. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jacks. And there's a little tiny one right there. Yes. And I do have it flagged here. And these were here. I did not plant these. These are just wild growing here. But I'm thinking now of maybe taking the little one and moving it up to the rain garden, because I don't know what happened to the other ones I had. And this is so close to the compost pile. I don't know what's going to happen to it here. Did you notice that we're getting green finally here at Soggy Bottom? It's going to get a lot greener than this. Going to get a lot greener than this, yeah. But we're getting there. Trees are slowly coming out. The understory trees have their leaves, and all the blueberries have their flowers, and the ferns have their fiddleheads. I just gave the peppermint some water, and I will be planting it back in there where the goldenrods are. I'm going to pull them out. And yes, a few were concerned about how aggressive peppermint can be. And this is my strategy. See all the tan colored dried grass, this stuff here? This is invasive Japanese stilt grass, and it's spreading everywhere. Everywhere, yes. So recommendations are to rake it up, break up the mats. It's an annual. Try to keep it from reseeding, and plant a native like mountain mint, which I did over there close to the garden. I put the mountain mint there, or bee balm. Now I did have bee balm here. This whole area right here was bee balm, Monarda, and no, it didn't grow here. It lasted maybe 1 year. The second year it kind of came back, but looked real scraggly, and then it never came back after that. So I'm hoping that the peppermint will love wet feet, and it'll grow in here to keep the Japanese stilt grass, you can see it all back in there, from coming in here. And I'm gonna have to go back there and rake it out so it doesn't take over my ferns. So I'll try to keep it from taking over the ferns back there, but up here, closer to my garden, I'm going to take out some of the goldenrod. All these sticks are from the goldenrod, and see if I can make this a big patch of mint over here. And it'll also keep the deer away. That's another problem. The deer eat everything. They don't like mint. So that's something they're not going to eat. And that's what I have to do over here. And the pussy willow that I grew from a stick, let's check that out. It's looking pretty good down in there. I have a little wire around it so it doesn't get eaten. Cinnamon ferns and the interrupted ferns are getting pretty tall. So they're looking pretty good. Here's what the wild blueberry bush looks like. It's flowering right now. Cecil is so happy in the garden. Look at the smile on his face. Yes. He is so happy there next to the lavender and the dianthus over there. And here's a miniature rose back in here. I'm going to have to pull some of this out. I don't want it to crowd out my rose. And my knockout rose is coming back after the deer did a lot of damage. And this is another dianthus and a sage. Oh, it's got buds. Oh, that's awesome. And I have an invader that comes through the fairy garden at night and knocks things down. I have to come repair the village. I cleaned the old morning glory vines off of the trellis today and planted the honeysuckle vine, and that was a big job. I had to dig out the grass, dig a big hole, put the honeysuckle in, fill it back in, and mulch around it. Mr. Possum says I should put some kind of little, I don't know, border around it so he can't get in there with his weed whacker. Little fence or something. And it already has buds. I love these. The last leaf on the end looks like a single leaf with the flower coming through. Back inside, along with the Soggy Bottom bunch here. I just printed out the bird list, the bird sound identifier, Merlin. So many folks were talking about it at Janet Nash's Live today. So happy to see that. Yes, so happy to see that in the chat today. Oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to do in my nothing like a puffin. Yes, well, I do want to go back into the archives and find something about when I was actually puffin watching and put that in here. But I'm not going to worry about chronology. I don't care if it's chronological or not. Today, I may journal about things I saw today or last week. Tomorrow, I may journal about something I saw last year. I'm not worried about that, no. It might drive other folks crazy, but I'm not worried about that. I got out the birds and blooms, and I actually sat down and started taking out some pages like, oh, there's a monarch butterfly. There's a swallowtail caterpillar. Oh, I'm like, I need to put that in my gardening journal about my dill that I'm planting for the swallowtail butterfly and the milkweed that I planted for the monarch butterflies. But we're doing birds today. Okay. Should I put butterflies in my bird book? No, I'll put the butterflies in my in with the gardening. Oh, there's a picture of a robin on a nest. Okay, I have to stop. I would like to do a harvest though. That would be fun, yes. All the local birds, and I won't throw out the rest of the magazines. I'll keep them just in case I need something else. All right, why don't you come in closer and yeah, I want to put a couple things in the journal. Yeah, actually get it in there instead of just sitting here playing. But you got to come in closer. Okay, are you ready? Hold on, here we go. All right, the one problem with this, it's very shiny and reflective. So let me open it up quickly and hop right inside. I might add something else to the first page. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I do want to put in a happy bird moment that happened. And that is with the Baltimore Oriole. And look, an orange page. Pushing my chair here. So while I do this page, let me tell you the story. Oh, here's some more orange paper. Something to write on. Something to collage. Oh, this is pretty too. All right. It is a big journal. I know I have to move it aside. To do my journaling. So first I'm going to glue it on this background, and then I may add little bits of paper to the page, and then I'm going to write down the story. Then I'm going to talk about right now. Oh, so I'm sitting out in my happy place in my little garden, and I've got the Merlin bird app on. And I'm listening, and I'm listening, and I'm looking at the app, and the northern oriole, which in Possum Patty's bird clock is 6 o'clock, kept popping up. And I'm looking around. I don't see it. It's a bright orange bird. It should show up, right? It should show up. But I don't see it at all. And for a couple days in a row, it keeps popping up. So I'm like, well, it can't be an error by the app because it's just popping up too much. So when you have the app open, the bird that is currently singing is highlighted in yellow. So I waited until the oriole was highlighted in yellow, and then I would look around and see if I could see which direction it was coming from or see any bird movement in the tree. I couldn't see nothing. No. But the app gives you little information about the birds too. So it says, look high up in the tree. It likes to sing high up in the tree. I'm like, okay. And well, I took this from that Audubon book that I shared with you the other day. That was a bargain. And yeah, so I sat there for quite a while. Yes, I did. And listening to the birds and watching the bird app. And finally, I heard it again, and it popped up on the screen in the app. And I'm looking around, and I look up, and just as I look up, in the tallest trees, up in the tallest trees, yes, I saw it, and it was just hopped from one branch to another very quickly. And so I saw that flash of orange. I got so excited. I sent a text to my sister because now she's all into bird watching. I saw it. She hasn't seen the one in her yard. So she put out an oriole feeder, which is very interesting. I guess you give them slices of oranges and jelly because that's what they like. Grape jelly and orange slices. Okay, that's going to go there. But before I put that there, maybe I'll add some of this. Could make that a little smaller, not much. Yeah, so my happy moment was actually seeing the Baltimore Oriole in the yard and knowing that the app was correctly identifying it. I'm going to have to look back on my list of birds because I don't remember it being on my list. I'll get those journals out and share them with you at some point. I have to find them. I know it's in two different journals, two nature journals that I did back. I think that might have been part of my 100-day project. I did nature journaling for 100 days. I wanted to put a little piece of this too. Of course, back when I made my bird list, I did not have the sound listening app to help me out. These were just birds that I actually saw and identified. But it is always good to learn their song because a lot of birders do that. They, walk through the woods and they listen for the bird songs. So if it's like an ovenbird song, they know to look down on the ground in the leaves. If it's a Baltimore Oriole, they know to look up at the top of the tree. Some birds sing midway between the ground and up high. Okay, give me a moment to glue this all down and write my story. Here's what I have so far for my happy bird moment. Yes, I did write that in sparkly pen and put a little heart there. Got my Oriole picture there. May 9th, 2026, Northern Oriole on Merlin app. I looked up and saw it flit from branch to branch in the highest tree. And if you're familiar with nature journaling, it's always good to have a wonder question. Yes, be curious. I wonder, should I put out an Oriole feeder? My sister did. And she sent me a picture of it with, I think, the house finches on it. Well, I finished this page, about 20 minutes ago because I went down the rabbit hole. Yes, I did. I went down the rabbit hole because I printed out a picture of the screen from the app with the Northern Oriole. And I'm like, oh, it says Baltimore Oriole. And I'm like, no, that's a Northern Oriole. So I looked it up. Yes, I looked it up. So, and I wrote the whole story down. Here it is. Okay, here's what I found out. A Baltimore Oriole and a Northern Oriole are technically the same bird, but only historically, or as I like to say, hysterically. From 1973 to 1995, the American Ornithologist Union, okay, they have a union, combined the Baltimore Oriole and the Western Bullock's Oriole into a single species called the Northern Oriole due to interbreeding. So they thought there was a lot of interbreeding between the East and the West. But in 1995, they separated them back out into two groups based on genetic evidence. So the Oriole in the East is the Baltimore, and the Oriole in the West is the Bullocks. And apparently there's enough of a genetic difference between the two to call them different. Different birds. So here I am calling it the Northern Oriole because apparently when I was birding in the 70s, yes, I was so smart. I learned right away that they changed it from the Baltimore Oriole to the Northern Oriole. And apparently I've been oblivious since 1995 when they changed it back. Old habits never die, right? For 20 years, it was a Northern Oriole. Before that was a Baltimore Oriole. But now it's a Baltimore Oriole again. Yes. God bless the scientists. So I wrote a little story. I'm going to put it in here underneath the little bird call list there. I'll tuck that in right there. And then I'm going to glue a picture of the Baltimore Oriole is down here. I wrote Northern Oriole over here. I did not mean to get into this. Yes, but there you have it. Let me get this all glued down. And I'm going to add more to this page. I might save space to journal about and feeder if I get one. If not, maybe another Oriole sighting. I might add a few more pictures to these white spaces, but I can't believe how late it is right now. So that's going to have to be it for today. I got my happy bird moment journaled about and learned something about Northern Orioles and Baltimore Orioles. Yes. I have more lists printed out, and I didn't even get to my bird bath. I had such a fun thing planned for my bird bath, but I guess you'll have to come back tomorrow now, you hear? Happy bird journaling. Bye-bye.